are ready to start? Yes. Start here.
Okay, so it's like I am. Yes, hi. Hi, how are you? Fine, thank you. So you're welcome to Maarifa College in Sofia. Maarifa, we do different services here. So we have the Kenyan system and the British system. In the Kenyan system, we have CBC and the 844, which is the KCSE, because the standard 8 is now phased out. Then we have the British system, both on all level and A level. So from year 5 all the way to year 12. So we have that both in an Excel and Cambridge. So we have also computer packages. We can do even units in diploma courses or certificate courses, like accounts, the business. We have also languages. We have different people from different countries that come into Kenya to learn English and Swahili. Even as we have to learn other languages like Arabic, Somali, German, others. So we have under languages, we have different levels that we start from the beginner all the way to intermediate. So we have beginner, we have elementary, intermediate, and an advanced level. Based on that, you can able to teach someone from anywhere. Okay. So out of computer, we also have ICT, the practical part, even in to help you in units based on university levels. You can also do that. And now the new program. So basically, tuitions also is there, either for adults and children. So if you know any adults who would like to do any examination that they can do both in Kenyan system and British, you can bring them on board because it's an adult institute. Okay, so yes, so that majorly is Maarifa College. So you can bring anyone to Maarifa any day, anytime. So yes, you're welcome. Yes,
I have a question. Under computer, are you also offering ICDL?
Currently, no.
Not yet. Is it on the pipeline?
Yes, actually, I've never thought about it.
Yes.
To bring other more technical courses, especially in the technology.
Cisco.
Oh yeah, Cisco at least, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yes, for coding.
Oh, for coding, yeah?
Yes.
When they come, do they get the team for us? Do they get the team for us?
The difference, that is body. It comes with the package of products. So, like a kind of but you will get the company for me to guide you, to show you, either even career. Because British majorly based on the career they like to pursue. And any person who can also to do outside and jobs or anything can able to pursue in the British. So yes.
Question on tuition. On the tuition, do you offer biology, chemistry? Can you have it online or they have to be here physically?
We have both.
Okay.
As an adult, you can be working and we have also evening programs. So through online. But we request even once in a week you come on board.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Okay. So we are good. So you refer anyone, as I promised, commission on that. It is according to you. You just come and bring and say, I've brought this person. Okay? So be comfortable. Okay. Let's
When you say adults, does it mean you're talking about graduates only?
16 and above.
16 and above, yes.
Either you're going to school, we have different countries, different education. In Somalia, the student is not the same level as Kenya. So I can say for 4, there's that transition, okay, from one system to another. When it's Somali education is different in the Kenya. But when it's British, we have no British all around. So 16 and above. Either you're 30s, 20s, 40s,
yourself. Yes, sister, come. I guess commission is referring somebody. You're referring someone to Maarifa. That's how you get the token of commission. Yes, so you bring each other. Okay? That's the best way. So we're good. So yes, thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me see, good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone, again. I sound like a teacher, but I'm not a teacher. But my father told me I should be a teacher. And today I find myself I'm on the educationist line. Yes. So Alhamdulillah. I tutor though. Yes. So I'd like to appreciate all of you, the students, parents. I know we have a few parents. Thank you so much for answering the call through Ikra FM. It wasn't I know it was last minute for some of you. There were question marks, others were asking so many questions, and also there was that competition for win a laptop. You missed out on that. How many, actually tell me the truth, how many sent an email on win a laptop competition? Only 2. And you know how many they are? 130. The forum of 130. Only 2 missed out an opportunity because there's that antennas being raised. Is this genuine? Is it not genuine? But one thing, Ikra FM is known, right? Okay, it's not so known like Citizen, but it's known also. It's an Islamic station. And something coming out from Ikra FM. Do you think it might be fraud? I'm a Safaricom, they say, Shinda Nini. Will it be fraud? It cannot be fraud. Because they know they will put themselves in hot soup. So whenever opportunities like this come, and this is just a startup, this is an opportunity that came knocking at your door, you missed out, and maybe you would have been the best. Your story would have been the best. It went to where? Mombasa. It's gone to Mombasa. The laptop went to Mombasa. But I'm happy you could answer to this call of coming to the program at Maarifa College. Now you've known about Maarifa College. We have candidates here who have finished. Inshallah, we're waiting for the results. And we are also planning for a candidates day in January. Before 10th, inshallah, we'll communicate. Please tell the others it's genuine, all the candidates, okay? Yes. Shukran for your time. And if you need any opportunities or mentioned, there are a lot of opportunities mentioned. Mechatronic, there is an opportunity there for internship. These things when they come, Musiache, volunteer, go for them. That's the only time you can know where your passion is. You might be saying, I want to do nursing. Just because your friend is doing nursing and at home it's that lineage of medics, you have to follow the medic line, and probably your line is on humanities. You want to do something different, art and design. You want to do totally, you're in a different level, but not music, okay? But you can act as a hobby. Music can be a hobby, but nasheeds, all right? So shukran for your time. Thank you.
Thank you again for coming. Thank you for listening. Assalamu alaikum. Thank you for coming. Thank you for listening. Thank you for giving us the opportunity, Ikra FM, for us to have this forum, for us to express ourselves. And I think you can see what Ikra is doing, is giving back to the community. They are our peers, we are trying to emulate what we are doing. We've taken the time. She should be presenting now. She was telling me she's supposed to read the news at 11 o'clock, but she's here with you. The CEO is supposed to be doing a lot of stuff, meeting other CEOs or big people, but they've given their time to just come and talk to you so that you can have the feel of what they do. And I've not seen anybody asking one question: what does a CEO do? Because when you CEO of Safaricom, when you CEO, the president is the CEO of Kenya, you don't ask his job description, what does he do as a CEO? I was intrigued to ask him because I've never been a CEO before. So outside there, he was telling me what he does on a daily basis from A to Z. Being a CEO, running two more from top till down. So I think since we are here, you guys can do a one-on-one forum. You can ask him questions whereby you can't ask when the other people are around. You can have somebody like this as a referee in your CV. It adds value to you. You know, when you're going for an interview, then your referee is the CEO of Ikra FM. You know, it adds value to you. So you need to try and make friends with this kind of people. Brush shoulders with them. It's an opportunity which comes once in a lifetime, even for me. So I also appreciate you as the listeners, the parents who came here listening to us. If you need anything from us, kindly get our contacts and our email addresses from Kiss. And we look forward to seeing you again in any other forum. If you want to invite us, inshallah we'll be available at any time of your convenience. If you need to talk to me, you can get my contact and call me anytime of your convenience. If I don't pick, because maybe there's some numbers you don't pick, which I've not said, you can just text, then I can get back to you. Shukran.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. First of all, I would love to thank you guys for coming to this forum. We really appreciate your effort, your eagerness to learn. It is very important. Sometimes this opportunity you may see them as maybe not important, but in a long term, you understand the benefit of these things. You have to understand, not to brag, but do you know how much I'm paid to do a motivational talk? Just for example, I'm invited somewhere. Do you know how much I'm supposed to be paid for motivation talk? Any guess?
Three hours, 2 million.
2 million, what else? Anyone else?
200,000.
200,000, what else? Anyone else?
Per minute. Per minute. Per minute.
40 minutes.
Per minute. Per minute, I guess. Per minute is 20,000.
20,000
Per minute. Per minute.
Okay. Yes? Per hour 60,000. Okay, my rate per hour is $5,000. So for 2 hours, I'm charging $10,000. You have to understand, this if the forum was not planned for. Yeah? Whatever I spoke, it was just random. We just saw the quote there for Albert Einstein, and that was the conversation. That's it. But proper planning, we come with a motivational talk. There's a lot of money that is required, and it's not easy. So you have that privileges that you meet people, they come to you for free. It's not easy. Yeah? Why are we doing this? It is because we see our best. And it is more of with a quote that says, when you see a caterpillar, you will never predict it will be a butterfly. Right or wrong? We are the caterpillars. Sometimes isolated, sometimes dispersed. Sometimes we feel like we are not important. Sometimes we feel like we are failures. Sometimes we feel like we are dumb, stupid, and all that, yeah? But then, there's that success, which is the caterpillar, right? Where you are heading. Anyone will never want to surround themselves with caterpillars, right? Caterpillar, they are scared, right? But what about the butterflies? Everyone wants to associate themselves with a butterfly, right? So what I'm trying to tell you is, today you may not see the value of yourself. But the moment you are successful, everyone will be there to tell you, I told you you will be successful. But now let's go back and understand the concept of what we call the Chinese bamboo tree. Have you heard of it? Chinese bamboo tree. Have you heard of it? Do you know how long it takes for it to crop out into the soil? How long does it take? Any guess? 2 years. Anyone else? How many years does that bamboo tree start growing up out of the soil? How many years? How long? Any other guess? You all don't know. It takes 5 years for it to grow out. But it takes 2 weeks for it to grow 90 centimeters tall. Only? But 5 years before coming out. Now the question is, was it the 5 years that made the bamboo tree, or the 2 weeks that it made it grow to 90 centimeters tall? The 5 years. Actually it is both. It is the 5 years and the 2 weeks. But everyone will see the 2 weeks. Right or wrong? And sometimes the people will think you are mad. Oh, 5 years. How come maembe ingekuwa sasa yashakuwa shapata maembe? It doesn't make any sense. But now that is our nature as human. Our foundation may take a lot of effort, hard work, dedication, persistence, passion, and all that for so many years. But your success will be this quick. There's a quote that says, there is no escalator or a lift for success. We must take the stairs. Right or wrong? So if we want an easy approach to go up, then crumbling down will be also very easy. That's the way we went up. Right or wrong? That's why you find very successful people, they invested their money and became very rich, opened businesses, but they don't know how to run. Within few years, what happened? Business failed. And that's why there is a whole book called Why Small Business Fail. A whole book. Why? Because I feel I know how to make cakes. I'm a baker, right? I said, what about if people tell me, what about if you open a bakery? You'll make a lot of money, right? Everyone will tell you that. But you forget that running a business is not about producing only. There is marketing, there is finance, there's a lot of things that you didn't consider. When you open a business, and then you realize, oh, there's a lot of things I don't know. You mess up, you fail, and you consider yourself a failure. So I believe also learning is a very important aspect in our life. It doesn't have to be academics. There's a lot of self-help books that they will help you understand yourself. And by the way, you need to read my books. Next time we need to come up with our copies, inshallah. The only problem with my books, they are not available in Kenya, in Africa. They are not available. In Europe, America, get them. So what I'm trying to do is, I'm doing a reverse edition of my 5 books into one. Then I'm planning to introduce it into at least people can understand. My books are in 5 phases. My first book is called The Hidden Self, Understanding Yourself. Today, if I ask you, let's say you have a doubt, right? And there is something that you need to make a decision on. There's 2 voices that they tell you. One will tell you, do it. The other one will tell you, don't do it. These voices, what are they? Do you know? Then we are talking of selling a product like a phone. If you don't know your own life, what are we selling? First, we need to understand ourselves. So the hidden self is understanding yourself, understanding your potential, who you are. A simple question, who you are. Most probably, if I ask anyone here, they'll tell me their name, they'll tell me what job they're doing, or where their background they're coming from. That's it. That is who they are. So, my question comes in. For instance, we change your name. Do you stop existing? For instance, we change your career. Do you stop existing? So that means if you attach yourself, who you are, with your name or the career that you're doing, then you have failed. Does that make sense? Then we come to the second phase, the point of difference. Kuna ile nukta mwanadamu anabadilika. Today you will find someone who was very good, but then you turn into a bad person. Why? What happened? Or a bad person becoming a good person. What changed? Or someone who wanted a certain career and then later changes the career. What happened? Then we talk of the third phase, which is the third book, a household of bliss. How do you find happiness in your own house? It's very important. But then we need to understand that we are different. Men and women are very different. They speak two different languages. And that's why you will find a woman saying, oh, my husband doesn't understand me. It is true. He doesn't understand you. Because what she is telling you is not what she means. But you don't understand. You don't understand that a woman speaks and understands all things with the emotion. A man with logic. Two different people. How they think, that's why to a man, a woman might have 100 shoes. 100 shoes. And still you want one more. To a man said, are you crazy? You already have 100 shoes and you're telling me you want me to buy 101 shoes. It doesn't make sense to him, right? The logic is very different. So we need to understand the perception. And that's why even marriages today, they don't perform. 1 year, I've seen marriages 2 weeks and it is over. 1 week. Yeah, 1 week. They cannot stay in one house. And that's why we spoke with Balkis. We need to introduce what we call marriage counseling. Before marriage, before going into marriage. Come, we sit, we understand your characteristics, your personality test. Then we advise you, is it right where you are going into? Yeah, because you may think, she's very beautiful. Yeah, I want to marry her, yeah? But you are not compatible. When you are willing, you cannot stay in the same house. It is a problem that we have in our society, right? Then the fourth book is called Sparkling Hope. After all this, there are people who have lost everything. Family loss, financial loss, and so many things. So we encourage you now, from there, what is next? You still have hope for tomorrow. Then the fifth book is called Mirror Reflection. After all this of your experience of sin, if you look at the mirror, who do you see? I'm not talking, you say, I see Dr. Muhammad. No. A cat may look at the mirror and see itself as a lion. That's what I'm talking about. Where do you see yourself in 10 years? So there's a lot for you guys to learn. And this is an opportunity, even you cannot ask questions. Feel free. This is an opportunity that it's not easy to get. People look for these kinds of knowledge so that they can live in the future. And we have been discussing this, that there's no planning, since I started talking, there's no planning of any agenda that we're talking about, right? This is just random. But is it helping you? That's a question. Then if it is helping you, make an effort to learn. But all in all, I say, thank you very much. We are really happy at this you came on board. And we hope to learn from one another. Is that okay? Thank you very much.
Kwa najaribu kuongea na bosi wangu hapa na my sister. Tunataka kupeana hiyo chance. Unajua uko na network kubwa sana, si ndio? Si ndio? Mbona msikiki? Kwa nini msikiki? Why? Tunataka followers wetu wakuwe wengi, si ndio? Tunataka tupe nafasi, hata kama ni dadangu hapa siku moja tunamwalika on Saturday, lakini wewe ndo run show. Hiyo ni kipindi yenu nyinyi, si ndio? Wacha vijana waongee, wajiongelee. Wapi kuna shida? Mzazi ana kero gani? Kipi, si ndio? Tunaongea. Lakini sio mimi. Mimi ni acheni wazee. Unaongea? Ramla mtamwachia kina dada zetu na mama zetu kule biashara. But tunataka watu wajieleze. Okay? Wajieleze. Radio nyingi ukipigia simu saa hizi ni mapenzi tu. True of course. Yeah. Wewe unapigiwa simu asubuhi unasikia mimi bibi yangu bwanangu alikimbia jana na hiyo hazisaidii. Tunataka watu wasaidie. So, I think brother to consider hivyo. Nataka kuongea na my brother, my boss hapa. My boss aweze kuconsider swala la youth ambao wako kwa shule na wale wako nje ya shule waweze kupewa nafasi kujieleza kwa radio. Wewe ndio unajua una invite nani, kama utamwinvite my sister hapa akuje, topic ni nini, mtajieleza wenyewe, si ndio? Mnakuja mnaweka vijana sawa. Vijana wao wanapiga simu wakiwa pale alipo. Kesho una invite mwingine, hao wote. Hao wanaweza kuwa maimtani wa radio. Wakarudia pale wakasoma radio inapofanya kazi, wakapata nafasi. Watu wasiogope radio. Mimi nimefanya kwa radio ngapi? 4. Ikra ni ya 4 sasa hizi. Na zote sijafutwa. Kwa sababu gani? Nafanya radio nikijua kuna mafanzi wengi hapa, naambia wewe, napata chance mwingine hapa. Unaelewa? Anakuwa hivyo. Ikra pia nataka nikitoka siku moja nipate nafasi kwa my brother mwingine, sio bro. Hiyo tunajengana, tunainuana, tunajengana hivyo. Sitakuwa kwa radio kama Ndani Mambo miaka yote, Ndani Mambo ni ule mmoja. Hapana, mimi pia nataka kupumzike. Ndio yeah. So bro, tutashirikiana pamoja. Niite kwa youth bro moja. Tusukume hivyo radio. Nataka sasa nisikie dada zetu hawa wanafunzi wanapiga simu, wanasema shida zao za shule na nini. Kuna ma sponsors wanasikiza sometimes reviews. Wanajua atashikanane mkono amsaidie. Ndio. Thank you very much.